The next chapter is The Night I Met Einstein. So in this chapter we are going to study about a short incident that occurred in the life of Albert Einstein. But before starting the lesson, I want to give you all a small introduction about this person, or you can tell I want to give you some real life experiences or some realities about this great scientist Albert Einstein. You all are all familiar with Albert Einstein. You all must have studied in your lower classes in your science subject. Albert Einstein was born on 14th March 1879. He was a great scientist. Okay. So let's study some of the realities or facts about his life. Albert Einstein was born on 14th March, but you can see while he was born, like when he took birth, that time his head was big in size. Like normally, what is the size of the children's head? His head was bigger than that. So the doctors used to consider him as mentally retarded. You know, the mentally retarded children, their head is little quite big from the other normal children. So the doctors thought he's a mentally retarded child. He did not speak till the age of 4. Usually we see children speak after 1 year or 1.5 years. They start speaking little. But he used to not speak till the age of 4. And like suddenly one day he told his father, thus they were eating some dinner. Okay, they were eating dinner in their house, and suddenly Albert Einstein said, the soup is hot. Suddenly the word came out of his mouth. So his parents were very shocked. Like the child who couldn't speak till the age of 4, now directly he started speaking in sentences. Directly he started speaking in a full sentence. The soup is hot. So the parents were very amazed, but they they were very happy. Okay, now at the age of 5, you can see Albert Einstein's father bought a compass. Compass means, students, not the compass which we use in a school. It is the compass like which shows direction. You all know mostly the sailors, the ones who go on the ship, or the people who go out unknown locations, they carry this compass. This compass shows the exact location. So that compass the Albert Einstein's father bought and gave him. So Albert Einstein was just 5 years old. He was very amazed. He was very surprised how that compass was working. So he became very curious to know the things. Now after that, slowly his brain started developing and all. At the age of 7, he started going to school. At the age of 7, he started going to school. That was also late only. So then you can see in the school also he was very absent-minded and slow learner. Absent-minded means like he used to study something and he used to forget that. And compared to the other children, he was very slow in learning. Even if he used to learn the answers, he used to not remember it. Okay, so very you can say a little problematic child. Okay, he was not knowing like how to cope up along with the other children. Okay, he was very slow learner. So the teachers also were very unhappy with him. Once one of his maths teachers told him, like you are a very lazy fellow, you don't know anything. The teachers told his parents, this boy is good for nothing, he cannot become anything in life. Okay, so that was the life of Einstein when he was small. Okay, and he was very slow learner, as I told you all. Okay, absent-minded means he used to keep anything anywhere, he used to not remember only. That kind of absent-minded he was. I'll tell you one incident from his life. Like once, like this is when he became big. That time, once he was traveling from the train. Okay, and he was sitting in the train, and the TC came. Okay, you all know the person who checks the ticket. He came and he told, show me your ticket. So now Einstein forgot where he kept the ticket. So he started searching in his bag, where he kept the ticket. So the TC told him, it's okay sir, I know you, you are Albert Einstein, you are such a great scientist, you are such a famous personality. I know you very well, it's okay, if you can't find the ticket, it's okay, I know you are a genuine person. So he told, it's okay, don't show, there is no need to show. and the ticket checker, the TC, he went further. Okay, and after some time the TC came again in that way, same compartment, he came again to that place, and the ticket checker, the TC, was very very surprised because still Albert Einstein was searching for the tickets. So now the TC told him, sir, it's okay, there is no need to show the ticket, I know you are a genuine person and you will not do cheating, I know you are genuine person and you are so popular, it's okay, don't show the ticket. So that time Albert Einstein told, no, it's not that way, I am not searching for the ticket to show you, I am searching for the ticket because if I will get the ticket, then only I will know where I am going, because I don't remember where I have to go. If I get the ticket, then only I can see where I have to go, it's written in the ticket, then only I will also remember where I have to go. So you can see such a absent minded person he was. He's sitting in the train, he's going to a place and he don't know, suddenly he forgot where he's going. Okay, so that kind of absent mindedness he was, absent minded person he was. Then you all know in the olden days there were no mobiles and all, like how we store everything mobile, the numbers and all. In the olden days people used to remember the numbers, and he was so absent minded, he used to not remember his own phone number. Then he was a famous person. In the olden days there used to be telephone directories, that means the famous people, their phone numbers used to be given in a big directory, you can say, like a diary, and you can search in that. So he was so like absent minded, he used to forget his own number every time, then he used to search in the telephone directory. So this kind of absent minded he was. Now you can see, whenever Einstein was a very famous person, like a celebrity he was a scientist, he was so famous. Anybody used to come to him and tell him, sir, please give me a signature or an autograph, he used to charge money for that. Okay, for autograph he used to take $5. And for speech, like anybody used to call him, come, please come in a college, please come in a school and give some speech to our students, then he used to charge from them $1,000. But this money he used to give for charity. So this also you can see, students, such a kind act, with that money which he was getting from his popularity, that money he was using for you can see, charity. So such a good thought. Then you all know Albert Einstein did the nuclear, he searched the nuclear theory. You all must have studied in science, I am not going much deep in it, you can ask your science teachers. He did the research on nuclear theory, and this nuclear theory was used to make atom bomb, nuclear bomb. Okay, so when the nuclear bombs were used, okay, Albert Einstein was not very happy, okay, when the nuclear bombs were made, because the science which he searched for the benefit, for the advantage of the world, was used in the destruction of the world. So he was not happy, he was not very happy with the war and all, and he was very sad his theory was used for that. And then you can see Albert Einstein liked pets, he liked pets a lot, dogs and cats and all that. Okay, then Albert Einstein, you all know scientists usually have a laboratory. You all know scientists, for hours and hours they sit in their laboratory or they sit in their practical rooms and they do something or the other research. But he did not do that way. Okay, anybody used to ask him, where is your lab? He used to tell, my brain is my lab. Anybody used to ask him, where is your apparatus? Apparatus, you all know, the things which you use to do the experiment. He used to tell, my book and my pen are my apparatus. So confident he was. Okay, so such a wonderful personality you can see. Then while he was sick, he refused to do operation. Doctors told him, you have to undergo some surgery and operation. He said, no, I don't want artificial life, I want to live as I am, do not do any operations. Then there is one more fact that Albert Einstein did not like to wear socks. He did not like to wear socks because his one toe was bigger, his one toe was big, so that was making him uncomfortable, so he used to not wear socks. Then you can see he did not like to dress up very nicely. You all must have seen his pics, you all must have seen his images. Okay, his hairs are all like coming out this way, like bushy hairs and all. He used to never comb his hair and all. Okay, even today Albert Einstein's hair is the haircut is very popular. The haircut is known as a genius haircut, and you all know student the genius haircut because he was a genius. And you can see the year in which he was born, that day 14th March is called as the genius day. While dying, Albert Einstein spoke in German language. That means while he was dying, there was one person near to him. I don't know, maybe his family relative or somebody who was taking care of him. When Albert Einstein was dying, he said something in German language, and the person who was sitting next to him did not know German language. He did not understand German language. So while he was dying, people still now it is a mystery. People say while Albert Einstein was dying, he was such a great scientist, he must have told some secret which he knew, but the person who was sitting next to him did not understand German language, so he was not able to understand what he was telling. So till date it is a secret what Albert Einstein told while he was dying. Then Albert Einstein, before dying only, he had told his family not to bury his body. You all know the Christians usually when they die, Christian body, they are not burnt, they are like done, they are kept under the grave, they are kept in the grave, in the soil. Okay, so buried in the soil. But Albert Einstein said, do not bury my body, okay, in the grave, instead burn my body. Now why he told that way? Because Albert Einstein knew he is very, very intelligent. His brain was extraordinary, not like the normal human beings. His brain had extra cells and he was very, very intelligent. If they will not burn his body, the people in this world, the other scientists and other doctors and all, they will not study his brain. He knew that. So that is why he said, burn my body when I die. But when he died, there was one doctor, Thomas Harvey. Without Albert Einstein's family's permission, he took the brain out of Albert Einstein's head. He removed the brain and he kept in the jar, and without the knowledge of the family, or without telling the family, he kept the brain of Albert Einstein 20 years in a jar and he studied it. Okay, the family did not knew that, and after 20 years everybody came to know. And from the studies also it was revealed his brain was extraordinary. His IQ level was not like the normal people. He was extra intelligent. Okay, and then you can see Albert Einstein was such an intelligent person. Even Israel, one of the countries in the world, Israel had offered him to become their president, but Albert Einstein said, no, I am a scientist and I am not born for politics. So he refused that. Then once somebody was taking interview of Albert Einstein, they asked him about the World War. Okay, you all know we already had 2 world wars. Now he was asked about the next world war. Then when he was asked about the next world war, Albert Einstein said, if there is another world war, that will be fought with the they asked about the 4th world war. We already finished 2 world war, so they asked about the 4th world war. So he said, if there is any 4th world war, that will be fought with the stones. So the reporters were very surprised. They asked him why it is so. So he said, like in the 3rd world war, everything, in the 3rd world war, all the civilization will be destroyed. Man will go back to the Stone Age. That is why in the 4th world war, he will fight with the stones. So everything will be destroyed. Okay, so he was such an intelligent person, very, very intelligent, very amazing person, very, you can say, genius. Yes, his birthday is celebrated even today in the world as the Genius Day. Okay students, I hope you all understood the small reality about Albert Einstein's life. Now I think when I explain the chapter, it will make more interest for you all. Thank you students.